You're listening to the Experience Business in America, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business, and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel, to you to get your business right. They know that customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel Tussey, Eric Kramer. We're here to remind you that small business is big business. Your business is our business. We're empowering you to build your brand.
We are empowering you to build your brand using radio. Mm-hmm. Yes, radio. I know you think social media is all the rage. So do we. But one way that you can really stand out above the crowd, establish your credibility, and differentiate yourself from the competition is to put your brand on the radio. Did you know that more people listen to the radio every day than use social media? I do know that, but it's largely because I swim in the pool of the radio as you talk. But here's the truth. Radio is dollar for dollar the best, most efficient way to get a message out. Absolutely. And I was actually listening to a podcast the other day about the benefits of radio and being a guest on radio. Yeah. And one of the things they talked about is that when people are listening to the radio, most of the time it's in their car. Right. And they're usually in their car because they're commuting. Right. And they're usually commuting because they have to go to work. Which means they have a job. They got jobs. Which means they can pay you. Oh. Which can't always be said about the same audience on social media. Hello. So, right? I was just like, oh, yes. Brilliant. It's true. And we're not taking a slam at social media. We use social media. But radio. But if we're using it to build our business. Yeah. Radio achieves more than, by a factor of, in many cases, thousands to one. Mm-hmm. You talk about all the podcasts that are out there and available. And we listen to podcasts. You listen to podcasts. I listen to podcasts. But here's the truth. Unless they are very, very high super celebrity star podcasts, only about 150 or 2 people are tuned into any given podcast. Whereas people make a choice by the thousands across major market radio. Yeah, it is. It's kind of a good time to be in a radio. You bet. Do you ever think, okay, I know that I've got the same 24 hours a day as everybody else. As Angel. Right? And yet I think this every day. There are people that just run circles around you when it comes to productivity. There she goes again. And you think, okay, wait a minute. I want some of that. I want to be a productivity rock star. I want some of that. Just a little angel dust or something. Right? Let me just sprinkle. That's something else. Never mind. Sprinkle it on you. Well, I found this really funny article that, Eric, I think you might get a kick out of. Well, bring it on. Right? Andrew Griffiths, who is a serial entrepreneur and author for Inc.com, all right, wrote an article on how to become a productivity rock star by tricking your brain. Oh. And he says, and for him, it's like to get a few wins in early in the day. Yeah. Right? That you trick your brain into believing that you're being productive and you're making progress. I am a rock star of angel proportion. And so he says, to do early. Yeah. So he says, so you have to kind of put some things in the can so that you're like hit progress like immediately. And you've got things to check off your list. Okay. But this is where it gets a little funny. All right. Here we go. I need an early win. Okay. So what do you think would be the first thing, if you're going to have an early win that you would put on your list of things? Okay, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to send 3 emails before you get out of bed. Oh, okay. All right. Send 3 emails, right? I don't know. Making some contacts, doing something, a little productive, responding, For example, this gentleman has the words, get up. What? Get up. Get up. Get up. That's the first item on his list. Get up. Right? Now, Andrew. Says, you putz? It can't be your first thing. That's what he says. Now he says, you're admitting you're a slug. No, he says, I don't have any trouble getting out of bed. I never have. But he says, I love looking at my to-do list and putting a check mark on the first item, right? Oh, I got up. That's not a trick. That's not a hack. That's cheating. I think if you said, got up at 7 a.m., like at a certain time, I didn't hit my snooze button, right? You hit the time and you actually nailed it of what time you were going to get up. Check. And I made my bed and check. And I had some breakfast, right? Because I'm trying to be healthy. I did some yoga. I did some meditating. I did some journaling. But he actually has the words get up. Get up
is his first thing. Surely his second thing is going to be where the light goes on. We're going to have something that is monumental and moving towards productivity.
According to Mr. Griffith, he says, I might get a little more adventurous.
Yes.
Put something like, check my calendar for today's activity.
What?
For another easy one to check off.
Andrew, I'm starting to get a picture of a lazy bum.
Wait. You got to listen to check number 3.
Oh, check number 3 is got to be good.
He says, then I might put something like, determine my mood for the day.
Are you kidding me? Is this an article in a legitimate
he says, this is where I decide
source?
How I'm going to act and feel today.
Does it change? Andrew, do you sit there and say, you know something?
Right now,
I'm going to be a grump today.
Right, I wonder.
Look out,
I
world.
wonder. Now this is his theory and his methodology. He says having between 5 and 10 of these. I don't even know if you can put this on a to-do list. Honestly, I'm like, breathe, open my eyes, stand up. Pee. I mean, these are things we don't have to put on our list.
But he doesn't care. He says, I don't care if some of those tasks are ridiculous, like get out of bed. As far as I'm concerned, I'm still making progress. Your progress is ridiculous, and so is your article.
He says this, in turn, gives him a sense of satisfaction early in the day and helps him to build momentum.
There's a man who's easy to please.
He says it's 8 a.m. and I'm powering through my to-do list.
Powering through your to-do list.
I feel positive. I feel productive and I feel satisfied.
Angel, we have done productivity segments since this show began 8.5 years ago.
I think this is the first time I've ever found somebody that put things like get up,
breathe, check my calendar, and determine my mood. right. What do you put on your
I was
to-do list?
I like to work backwards in my day, right? How much time do I need? I like to plan the night before.
Yeah.
So my bag is already packed the night before, my computer bag. And most of the time I know what I'm wearing. I know what time I need to get out of the house. There's already gas in the car most of the time, right? And I've already run to the bank so that I don't have all of these, because something always comes up in the morning and I don't want to have any emergencies come up. And so, on my to-do list might be things like go and work out or journal, but I don't actually have to write those down now that those are habits that I have in the morning. But before they become habits, they have to become something on your to-do list. Right. So maybe you put the coffee pot on the night before. So all you have to do is press start.
Yeah, but you don't make coffee
on
your
to-do
list.
No.
Or push button and then pour coffee.
Drink coffee.
Check. Come on. And by the way, the final words of this article say, just maybe it'll work for you. If you can trick your brain into thinking that you're a productivity rock star, you might just become one.
I don't know that I could feel, for me personally, a sense of accomplishment to say, I've got momentum because I opened my eyes, right? I put my slippers on. I drank a cup of coffee and look at me go, girl.
Yeah. Let me make a suggestion. And by the way, of the two of us, I'm probably the least qualified to make this suggestion, but I think I can at least go toe to toe with Dr. Griffiths here. If you want to be a productivity rock star, do something. Anything, and put it down and check it off because it's done, not because you thought about it. Do something. I am not the most productive person on the planet. Angel does run circles around me, and I've come to highly respect and regard that. I've stepped up my game, I think, from the time when you met me. I was a hot mess when you met me, when it came to organization. You're very quiet now.
Well, no, I wasn't going to call you a hot
thought
mess.
I stepped up my game. I checked it off on my damn list.
I stepped up my game. No,
but
I was just thinking. No,
it didn't work.
I was just going to say,
Angel's like, I'm glad you thought so. Did you get up? Did you check that off too? Here, pour yourself a cup of coffee. Oh, it's checked.
Shave your head.
Oh. Now you're making it personal.
Maybe.
Folks, if you're just tuning in, I shaved my head yesterday and I cut off half my skull. It literally bleed, still bleeding. 48 hours, whatever it is, 36 hours later. Yeah. Ouch.
Ouch. Yeah. Ouch is right. He is
But at
still
least
bleeding.
I did it.
And
Andrew Griffiths.
I'm worried that, yeah, he's going to pass out from lack of blood, because he is a little dizzy.
But
right?
if you can trick your brain into thinking, it's just a close shave.
But I know there are other places where these kinds of activities can actually start to put you in productivity mood. Like put your tennis shoes on and put your gym bag by the door and pack it. Like there are things that you can do.
Because you're actually going to the gym.
Oh. I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny.
Very funny. Gang, we'll be back right after these messages. Angel Tussey, Eric Kramer. This is the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.